I just left my house and I'm, Lord protect me, because obviously the moon and these bitches are going psycho, right? And what happens? These hoes wanted to get me in a fucking car accident. Me just leaving my fucking house. A whole lot of them, like it's a fucking army, you know, one car after the other, like real quick. And then trying to have me get into an accident. Now, I told you bitches to stay the fuck away from me. Specifically, this specific person who keeps sending this shit over. I told you to leave me alone. I told you. Now, what I got, like somebody just reminded me, when I had my son, and I've spoken about this already, about debating on what his name was and everything. And when I was pregnant, this motherfucker would come in and he was all up in my energy because, again, I would see all kinds of he-she's, right? And then he wanted me to name my son after him, okay? Because my son's name was going to be some other thing. And then it got switched out, literally. Like, I had the lady come back and switch it out. Anyways, when my son was born, I had forgotten about this until somebody reminded me. When my son got his, what's that called? His, not vasectomy. Like when the babies get cut downstairs. What is that called again? Anyways, when my son got that done, bitch, a doctor from Kaiser who did this her whole fucking life. She was an old ass lady. And she said she worked with Kaiser doing the same thing for years and years and years and years. This bitch cuts off more than my son's foreskin. Like more. Extra. So my son started bleeding like crazy, bitch. I was crying and crying, thought that his downstairs was gonna be fucked up for life. And I just realized that these stupid bitches did a ritual. This motherfucker wanted to do a blood sacrifice on my son. Not only because his name was, you know, his, or I don't want to say his, fuck you, but you know what I mean? Like, and then my son started bleeding the fuck out. I had to take him to the hospital and everything. It was so bad. You can even ask my fucking husband this shit. It was crazy. And again, I don't know if it's because of the moon and the Lord is showing me and the angels are showing me all these things that I need to bring up. Because I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what the fuck he was doing. Because again, mind you, the other day I had posted a poster of my son when he was like, believe 5 or something like that. I used to put them to do little projects and stuff, like handprints, footprints, things like that. And then you guys saw that all up on that thing, it was the Jordan sign, right? And the Jordan sign, he would use that sign to walk around my house, to, I guess, appear in my house, right? So this motherfucker not only had claimed spiritually, was using all of my fucking kids, bitch. And right now, I think he's even, like, he's trying to take over my older son's everything. And I told my son, and he's like, oh no, that's not true. That doesn't make no sense. I mean, I'm telling you, if you don't fucking believe me, I really don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you what I've been living all these fucking years. And I was also asking to myself, when I was young, my mom took me to the hospital, or to the doctor. She took me to the doctor, and they drew my blood, and my blood was a certain type of blood. And then all of a sudden, when I grew up and had my children, they kept saying I was something else. And I was like, how the fuck can you go from one type to another? Because the one type that came out when I was a child, I remember, because my mom had said, oh, well, if something ever happens to you, you know, you're never going to, like, it's going to be really hard for them to find another match for you. And then all of a sudden, now that I'm older, like I said, I had my children and they checked it and everything, it was something else. You can't have a blood type change like that. Like, what the fuck is going on? What are you people doing in the background with me? What is going the fuck on? And the people who know about what the fuck is going on need to speak the fuck up. Because you bitches are entertaining all this bullshit. You bitches are entertaining this abuse to children, women. Like I said, this shit's been going on since I was a little girl. So just imagine how your fucking kids are. My kids are already suffering this shit with these fucking people. It seems like the same people that attack me, it's like they just leech to the whole fucking family. To the whole family. That's how they took my husband out the house. That's how they were able to feed off of everybody, especially the children. That's how they had careers. That's how they had, statuses of, like, I remember this motherfucker right here, when he's depleted, he'll stutter. He'll stutter. And he'll be like, he's not the same fucking person. Now, when he mooches off of people, he's a totally different person. People need to pay attention to what the fuck is going on. And again, I'm speaking out because I told you to stay the fuck away from me, bitch. Stop sending all this shit. Because then at the end of the day, it just flips on you dummies. I don't get it. I don't understand why. And I said to myself, I said, damn, these people are really slow as fuck. Because if I were you hoes, I would be like, you know what? My business is coming out too much. I'm just going to back the fuck up and leave. No. It's like you go harder. Like you want me to speak on it. So if you want me to speak on it, keep it up. And that goes for all the whores in the background. All of you. All of you. And yeah, because I was in the bathroom and I was like, oh my gosh. Because I remember that it looked like a crime scene. That day, my son, he was a baby, bitch. I think he was like a couple days old. And it looked like there was going to be no saving downstairs. And thank you, Lord, everything came out, everything healed up properly and everything. But the thing is, this motherfucker did what he did. I can't. So every one of my children were basically, like, Andy shouldn't have been here. Andy, they were trying to take him even before I got to here. If I didn't come at the time that I came, something would have happened to him. Like, he would have died. Like, literally. My mom saved him. I would go to the doctor and all the doctors would be like, antibiotic. Bitch, you know what the situation was when you're a baby, or when he was a baby? It was like, I was the first time mom. So I fed him some banana. And when they took a shit, it was like little strings, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, my son has worms. I need to take him to the doctor. And then they're like, oh yeah, he needs antibiotics. Bitch, they gave him antibiotics like 5 times, 6 times. I don't know how many fucking times. Every time I would take him, I would take him to go get prayed on and everything, and nothing. Obviously, how was he going to get better if they kept? I'm trying to tell you, this is what they fucking do. This is what they do. They will try to literally out you out in order to take everything that's yours. All of my fucking children they've tried to sacrifice all of them. It's disgusting. And again, you can't. You did it to me and you can't. Like, that's why I say, back the fuck up. You think God is not watching over us? Like, you don't get that yet? I don't understand. And if you had a purpose in life, God was also looking after you until you said you didn't want it. And that doesn't mean, oh, you had to be with me. No. If you had favor over your life, you could have done shit differently. But you didn't. You chose not to. Whether you were born into that shit, I mean, a lot of people have, right? But, I mean, once you knew what the fuck you were doing, it's like you should have done something about it. At least once you started to interact with people that you were attacking. Because you entertain them. You lie to them. You pretend that they're your friends, or they're your lovers, or they're your long lost whoever. And it's all bullshit. So yeah, that accident was a bust. So back to sender.